Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us here in beautiful Waikiki today. It is a hot one today. We wanted to do the stream because of a couple of requests that we have had. And although we're not going to be able to respond to all the requests, we're going to knock out a bunch of them today. So we plan on doing, hello, Sandy. We plan on covering a bit of ground today. We're going to do it fast, but informative, cover a lot of ground for you. Hopefully some of you can stay on and see what we have in store for you. We are actually standing right in front of the Honolulu Zoo. And no, we're not going to go in the zoo, but this is where we're going to start. We'll wait a few more minutes and wait for a few more people to join us. Let us know where you're watching us from, if you would, just so we know where we're reaching. Sandy, how's the audio and visuals from your side? Aloha. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Sandy. Stephen again. Sandy again. I wonder if you're the same Stephen, same Sandy. All right, let's get this thing going. Okay, let me just kind of repeat what I said in the very beginning. We are actually standing right in front of the Honolulu Zoo right there. It's actually worth the hour or two it takes to go in there just to say you went there. They have some pretty cool animals. We are standing at the far corner of Waikiki Beach, which is right there. The volleyball court's there. That big wire metal frame right there is where they used to have movies on the beach. Hopefully that will be reprised here before too long. This street right here is Kapahulu. Kapahulu runs perpendicular to Kalakaua. So Kalakaua is right there. That's the street that runs in parallel to Waikiki Beach. That's where most of your big name hotels are. We're going to start going down Kalakaua just for a moment. But what I thought we would do today, because we've gotten a number of requests to go and visit or walk by some lesser known, that's probably not a nice way to say it, some more economy class, more affordable class hotels. And all of those are on Kuhio. And Kuhio is right there. And it runs in parallel to Kalakaua. Right here on Kapahulu are actually four, well, three, because there's one mostly Airbnb, hotel locations. And a couple of them are actually pretty popular. Park Shore is right there. Very, very nice location. You can see where it is. It's right here, has a nice, beautiful upper deck, overlooks the beach. And right back behind me, over Kapiolani Park, is Diamond Head. So the view from Park Shore to Diamond Head for sunrise is just beautiful. This is Queen Kapiolani Hotel. Has a very good deck. Actually, we were going to start there today, but they're having a private function on the top of that deck. And that deck is actually called The Deck Bar. Very popular, and it's a great location, and it has a better view of Diamond Head than even Park Shore. This is the Waikiki Grand. That's also a hotel, but they also have quite a few vacation rentals. So if you happen to look online, because as you know, Airbnb doesn't give you all the exact locations of the place that you're renting. If the map is this area, kind of on this side of Kapahulu and that side of Kalakaua, you can almost bet that it's going to be in Queen Kapiolani or the Waikiki Grand Hotel. Okay. Now, here's the plan that we're going to do today. We're going to go down Kalakaua just so you get a little bit of ocean today. But we do so many streams along the beach, the ocean, the water wall, the surfers walk, all that, that we're just going to go down just a couple of blocks just so you get a little taste of the ocean. And then we're going to go to Kuhio and we're going to walk all down Kuhio. We're going to hit all the really cool hotspot restaurants, side street bars, side street hotels that you may want to avoid or patronize when you get here. Again, just to give you a bit of a of a bearings here, okay? This is Queen Kapiolani Park, about 330 acres of just beautiful, beautiful park, just loaded with beautiful banyan trees. There will be picnics, barbecues going on throughout the weekend. Right over straight through here is the Barefoot Beach Cafe. You've seen us there a number of times. We had probably the best acai bowl in Waikiki there the other day on a live stream. There's the old movie frame, volleyball courts. That's Kalakaua right there. This is Kapahulu. And just so you know, if the name Kapahulu sounds familiar, right down this street, about a mile, is Leonard's Bakery, Ono Seafood, the Safeway. If you're ever going to go to a major grocery store here in Waikiki, that's where you would go. And there's a number of really good restaurants right along Kapahulu. You could take a bus. It's a two-way street. So that's it. If there aren't any questions, and I apologize, I haven't been paying attention to the comments at all since we started, just because I'm trying to, if you see me turning one way and then another, I'm trying to avoid this gentleman who's wanting to have a conversation with me, and I'm not in the talkative mood. All right, Wade, good to see you. Man, you missed it. You missed the audio and video check, man. That $100 check isn't going to be in the mail this time. All right, has anybody stayed at the Park Shore or the Waikiki Grand or the Queen Kapiolani? Has anyone stayed there? Good Thai restaurant. Yeah, we're going to pass several. As a matter of fact, we'll stop by, Gerard. Remind me in about 20 minutes if you're still around. And by that time, we should be right by the Sticks Asian food court. I'm telling you, if you're an Asian food lover, you absolutely must have at least one meal inside there. Park Shore, just to give you guys, you know, I hate giving these disclaimers because we get loaded up with messages after these streams saying, oh, he was talking down to people and he was talking about how much this costs and that costs. I'm just telling you this information for your own good. If you're offended because I say something about the price of something as cheap or not cheap or expensive or too expensive, you're on the wrong stream, amigos. So here we go. This Queen Kapiolani, it's pretty affordable. The last time we checked, which is about a week or so ago for a family member, this was about $189, and I don't recall how many rooms or what type of room, but it's about $189 to $265 or so. And I'm not sure again how far out they were booking, but that gives you kind of an example. Park Shore is about the same. If it were me, my personal preference, Park Shore is a little bit nicer. It just has a little bit better view. If you want to see Diamond Head and that wonderful view of Diamond Head from Queen Kapiolani, just go up there and have a drink on the deck, the bar there. That's good enough. It's not worth the price difference, I don't think. Teddy's Burgers has the 4th best cheeseburgers in Waikiki, in many people's opinion. All right, so here's what we're going to do, just to recap real quickly. We're going to walk down Kalakaua just for about 2 or 3 blocks down to about Twin Fin, maybe Alohialani, just so you can see a little bit of the beach. Then we're going to take a right and go right up to Kuhio, and we're going to knock down that street today. Hello, Jill. And I know it gets a little bit pensive for people to think about, well, where am I going to stay? What's it going to be? How close is it? When you really think about it, you're buying not so much the location, because the location for every hotel on Kuhio and Kalakaua, in my opinion, is a great location. And if you want to go to a hotel for a little bit that has the absolute perfect location, like a Royal Hawaiian, go there for dinner. Or Halakalani, go there for dinner or drinks. Same thing for, I'm sure you would rather look at the beach. So you're going to be paying, let's just call it $250 a night for Queen Kapiolani and Park Shore, right? That's not cheap, but it's not, you know, $800 like it is, or $400 like it is at Moana Surfrider. Yeah, the room quality's much different. The guest experience is much different, but, and if price, you know, money is not that big of an issue, stay at Moana Surfrider. That's, you know, just stay there. It's a beautiful, beautiful hotel, or Royal Hawaiian or Sheraton Waikiki. But you can go there and experience and enjoy almost every single amenity that a guest can without going into the room itself. You know, getting into the room quality issue itself. Hello, Catherine. Gerard. Glad you guys could join us. We're going to knock down a bunch of requests that we've been getting about some more economy class hotels and what's going on Kuhio. If you haven't been here in a while, if the last time you were here to Waikiki was 10 years or more, Kuhio is a much, much different road today than what it was. Oh, let me just show you here. This is the Twin Fin. That's Tiki's. That's the second story or the second floor bar that's really popular for sunset drink. Actually, these three hotels here, Twin Fin, Alohialani, and Marriott Waikiki, they all have very similar decks. Marriott Waikiki is frankly my favorite, just because it's a little bit more, it's just a little nicer, you know. And that's, again, stay at Park Shore, but come down to Waikiki, the Marriott Waikiki, and see their beautiful sunset, and then go to Alohialani the other night, and Twin Fin the other night. Aloha, Kathy. Hello, Nicole. So as most of you know, this is Kalakaua. We're going to go down this street for just a little bit, and then we're going to cut over to Kuhio. And the things we're going to see on Kuhio are really good restaurants. The first things we'll see are some food trucks, food options. Then we'll see, you know, the Marriott Marketplace. I'm sorry, the Waikiki Marketplace, the Hilton Waikiki Wayfarer Hotel. There's the Royal Hawaiian right there, Sheraton Waikiki. So you know what? I was going to wait one more block. Let's go ahead and go up. Let's go up here. This is the Marriott here on the right-hand side. I really like this hotel. If you're going to stay at the nicer beachfront, this is actually more beach-facing instead of beachfront hotel. They have a really good room size to dollar value, you know, square footage to the rate value, if that's important to you. Actually, one other thing to mention, one of the things that may or may not be of concern or of interest to you is the availability of kitchens in some of these places. Because if you're going to be staying here more than 5 days, more like 7, 8, 10 days, you may want to do some cooking inside your room, or at least just reheating of some food you may have taken back as a takeaway. A lot of the nicest hotels are not going to have that, but the Park Shore, I believe, does. And there's a new refurbished hotel. I shouldn't say refurbished, remodeled, actually renovated. That's the word I'm looking for. Renovated hotel is the Ambassador. The Ambassador Hotel, which was really an economy class hotel in the purest sense. Very, very affordable rates, but very, I mean, you kind of knew up until they did the renovation, you knew where the savings came from. That was because they kind of scrimped on the room quality, things of that nature. But they've just redid that, and I can't think of the name of it. The Rowan, I think it's called, the Rowan at Ambassador. There's their beautiful open air lobby. The check-in area is over there on the right-hand side. But the Ambassador, my point was that the Ambassador and some of these other hotels, like the one we're going to see down here called the Ohia, they have kitchenettes. You know, so that may figure into your decision-making process. Okay, now we can get started. Here is Kuhio. There's the Waikiki Banyan. There's a couple of our members that speak very, very highly of the Waikiki Banyan. I believe, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm going to speak anyway. The Waikiki Banyan, I believe, has free parking. Someone could check me on that. But that, in and of itself, is about a $60 a day value. So just be aware of that. So if you're renting a car, that may be something you want to consider. Okay. So again, that's the Waikiki Banyan right there. That's more of a vacation ownership. It's not a hotel. But you can actually go online and look for that place and some of the rooms. Right up here on the right-hand side is the Hilton Waikiki. It's not the Hilton Suites or Homewood Suites. It's the proper Hilton Waikiki. It's not owned by Hilton. It's a branded hotel. But inside that place, inside that hotel, there towards the right-hand side is Mac 24/7 restaurant. That Mac 24/7 restaurant is a reimagined type diner type hotel restaurant. Great food, fantastic food. Their breakfast, really good. They have huge pancakes and waffles, and I've heard, we inquire to a lot of our members, and we've not heard one. No, I haven't heard one bad review of Mac 24/7. Have any of you stayed there at that hotel, or have you eaten at Mac 24/7? And as the name implies, it's open 24/7. Oh, you stayed there in September. Fantastic. You stayed there. Good. Fantastic. Excuse me. Yeah, there's a high bus. Remember, we were talking about that the other day. We were talking about the differences and the costs of the various modes of transportation around Waikiki, and we were discussing the high bus, which is right there, and the Waikiki trolley. Let me know if you want to go over those costs and that information again and those comparisons. This is a fairly new food truck kind of compartment compound. That back building there is a coffee shop, and I can never remember the name of it, but boy, it has memorable coffee that you would, when you taste it, you would say, man, I'm coming back here for it. There's a lot of great coffee places. That's pretty memorable. This Angry Shrimp is really good as well. Okay. Does anybody know what's coming up here on our left-hand side? Anybody? I know there's a lag, and we're already up here, so I'll just show you. This is Blue Ocean. This is I mean, they call it a food truck. It's really not, but they have some really, really good food here. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Let me show you just how it's not busy right now, which I can't believe this. It's usually just jam-packed with people. But you just come up here and you order. There's two different types of eateries right here, but they have more than just regular, just food truck food. Just check this out. Burgers are going to be the last one. Okay, thank you. No problem. It's probably too fast for you. There you go. They have pork chops and ribs and barbecue chicken and oysters and flank steak. Pretty good. I've eaten there quite a number of times. It's on a cheat day when you go there for sure. Right here is High's, H-Y, right there, High's Steakhouse. That's a very high-end steakhouse. You would not think so based on its location, but it's been here a long time, and it's a very, very good steakhouse. Very pricey, but it's good. There are probably better steakhouses, not probably, there are better steakhouses that are going to be priced, believe it or not, equally like Wolfgang's. Wolfgang's is in the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center area. This place right here is Musabe, or Maguro, I'm sorry, Maguro Spot. This is in competition with Maguro Brothers. If you've seen Maguro Brothers around, Maguro Brothers is now located in the Waikiki Business Center. We're going to walk by it, but that's probably one of the most popular Maguro spots in town. Here's the Vibe. It's a smaller economy class hotel, but their prices are a little bit higher than what you would think for the room size, kind of quality. You're probably going to get a better value for the Queen Kapiolani and the Park Shore, like we were looking at a little bit earlier, in my opinion. And again, all these are subject to time of year. This is Bamboo. These are more vacation ownership type locations, or accommodations rather. Oh, the Pacific Monarch. Yeah, we walked right past that, didn't we? That's Pacific Monarch right back there on the corner. I apologize. Yeah, Pacific Monarch. Again, if you're looking around this area of town, off of Kuhio, around this like catty corner right here, this little area, and you're looking for a vacation ownership, chances are in this particular area, because like I said, they'll show you an approximation on the map on where the location is. Chances are it's going to be in this building right there, because that building is very, very popular for vacation ownership, and they're very have a lot of good turnover in there. So it's very likely where we'll be. Yeah, Kuhio has really changed in the last 10 years. If you were here 8-10 years ago, it was really seedy, not very family oriented, if you know what I'm saying. Let's walk this way. This building back behind me, we'll take a look at it when we get over here. We'll swing back around. It used to be a little bit more, well, a lot more vibrant than what it is now, because it's actually shut down and boarded up. This is actually really sad, because in about 2013, I believe it was, this really started turning bad, and they just boarded it up. And it's been bought by somebody, this building. I'm not sure who it was, but they bought it and didn't follow through on the plan, so I don't know what they're going to do with it. This is King's Landing right down here. We actually talk about this place a number of times on our streams, but we never walk down to it, so let's do that real quick. How many of you have been to King's Landing or remember it when it was open? Yeah, we used to love those places, and we still do, those mom and pop gift shops you're talking about, but it's just sad that it's just because the way the building looks, a lot of people avoid it. There's King's Landing. They started obviously they did the tear down, but they haven't gone a lot further since then. And just to give you the bearings, there's Hyatt, Waikiki Beach right there, both those towers. There's Moana Surfrider Hotel right there. And this is the Ohana East right here. Right here on the left-hand side is Tanaka of Tokyo. That's one of 3 locations they have here. That's a teppanyaki Japanese style restaurant. Very, very good. And I'll be honest with you, I know where 2 of them are, and I know they have 3 locations, but I cannot think of the 3rd location. If anyone knows, Drop in the comments. Yeah, we're gonna walk by a couple of places here that have had some pretty sketchy goings on. They've actually been purchased and nothing actually gets done to them, and they're just abandoned, and they get graffitied and they just look horrible. So here's Ohana East. This is Waikiki Market. If you've been on any of our streams, you know that's a favorite place of ours. I just love that place. We're in there probably 5-6 times a week. This used to be where Foodland was on Kuhio. If anybody remembers Foodland, when Foodland sold this lot, actually it wasn't Foodland, but whoever owned it, Foodland was there for years. They sold it. The people who bought it cut a deal with Foodland to say, if you want to, you can have a marketplace. And they actually upscaled Foodland to what Waikiki Market is now. Have any of you been in Waikiki Market? We'll walk by in front of it anyway. Waikiki Market is just amazing. I mean, it's a marketplace, but it has amazing fresh vegetables, fruits. They have like 5 live cooking stations for pizza. They have a bakery inside of it. They do plate lunches, and they just do a great job. Of it. If you're staying in Waikiki and you're going to go need some grocery shopping done, I would recommend you go here, simply because if you go to Safeway, it's about 3 miles away. You know, there's parking. If you're here in Waikiki, you could just walk to Waikiki Market. And the prices are a little bit higher here, but for the convenience factor, it's amazing. They have a restaurant inside called Olili, and it's amazing. It's the same cooking stations in there in that restaurant that run the food for Olili. And down here at the bottom, they have great bar, live music every night. It's amazing, really, in there. Yeah, the poke selection is amazing. If you guys want to, if we get 3 people to say you want to go up there, I'll wait a couple of seconds, see if you want to go inside, just do a quick walk around. We'll do that. If not, we'll carry on ahead. Hey, Tom from Calgary. While you guys are debating that, again, we're on Kuhio. That's the old Macy's. That's Target. That's going to be reopened up. They said in December. I've got $1,000. It says they won't. Right there is the Hilton Garden Inn right here, and we're going to walk right past it. Entrance is right there on the side. We go inside. Okay, here we go. Stairs or elevator? Stairs or elevator? Who can tell me my favorite phrase about stairs or elevator? Always take the stairs. Always take the stairs. Always, always, always. Because there's going to be a day that you can't take the stairs and you're going to wish you did. Okay, I'm not going to talk very loud here. I just want to show you. All this is fresh, and they make all this stuff right here. Check this out. We're just going to do a walk around. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to show you something here in just a second. Now, see all the sushi? They make all this here. Okay. And then they have, here's that poke he was talking about. Check this out. Come in. I'm going to show you a dish that will change the way you think and talk about life. You see that right there? That's God's work. Here's some of the prices in here. The produce is unlike any place you're seeing here in Hawaii locally. They just clean the produce. They have someone who comes out and literally just washes it off, trims everything that's bad, all the bad parts off of it. You do pay for it though. You pay for the quality. You really do. Can you guys see the prices, or do you want me to stop and show you any of the prices? There you go. I know it's a little bit too fast. I'll go a little bit slower. You like? The avocado. We're not going to do for the entire store. I'm just going to show you just a couple of areas here. I just want to show you more of the plate lunch areas. You saw the rice bowl place, you saw the poke, and you saw the plate lunch where they make everything fresh. Here's their bakery. They do pizzas inside here. Oh my goodness. Cheat day, this is my kryptonite. Fresh made bakery items. And check out that pizza. Here's some malasadas you can get. Unbelievably good. Check out their liquor section here as well. There's a couple of you I know who would just spend a day right in here. Probably Tom. This is Waikiki Market. This is the old Foodland location from a long time ago. A number of years back. This is the but just to give you kind of a view, right there's the rice bowl place, poke, that plate lunch, and that kitchen all back over here serves all of Olili. And then here are the, I'm not going to walk down each of these aisles. We've done this before, but there's all kinds of dry goods. And there's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't find on the mainland, but you see they have steak, they have hamburger. So if you're going to be in Waikiki for 5, 7, days or more, and you have a kitchen in your hotel, this is a place I would come. Just to pick up something. I mean, even if you're not going to cook it yourself, but you can buy any one of those plate lunches and then check out over here. See these people? I'm not going to film them, but here on the right-hand side, you can come to any of these chairs and just sit down and enjoy your lunch and check out this view. It's a beautiful view. Or you can walk 1 block to the beach and have it there on the beach, but this gives you an idea. And then if you sit here at the bar, you can look down and listen to the live music. There's the elevator. Let's hit it. Nope. All right. So we're actually making good time, even though we've had a couple of stop-offs. So that's the Oli'i restaurant up there, Marriott, or I'm sorry, Waikiki, I don't know why I keep calling it Marriott, the Waikiki Market. And if you're ever going to be here for very long, and there are not laundry facilities available to you at your hotel, right there's a laundromat. Here's the back entrance to the international marketplace if you're going to be doing any shopping there. and you're driving a car, which I can't imagine who in the world would be doing that. This is the Hilton Garden Inn we were talking about. There's an entrance over here on this side. This is the main entrance, the main lobby entrance for valet, really. The Wayfair Hotel is right down there on the right-hand side. We won't go down there, but it's a fairly new hotel. It's pretty nice. It has a nice little open area lobby. It's looks pretty inviting. Here's a fire grill. It's okay. Many other options. It's raining a little bit, so if it looks like something gets on the lens that you guys can see, just let me know. We'll take care of it the old-fashioned way. Right up here on the right, the left-hand side is Kona Coffee Purveyors. If you want to have some pretty decent coffee, but some amazing pastries, that's the place to go. But if you don't get there 7 o'clock when they open up in the morning, it's right there. If you don't get there 7 o'clock in the morning, and even if you do, you're going to be in about a 30-minute line. Okay. That goes and wraps around that corner right there into International Marketplace. But it's amazing, and there will be a line there from 7 in the morning till probably 11, maybe 12 o'clock. It slows down a little bit, but they have some amazing, pretty amazing pastry in there, and their coffee's not bad either. Okay, this is Nahua and Kalakaua. I'm sorry, Nahua and Kuhio, and there's places of interest on either side, and I'll point them out. I'm kind of just staying here under the cover until we can walk. It's raining here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay. Right up here on the right-hand side, the first place is a good Mexican restaurant. It's very understated, but their Mexican food there is really, really good. It's called Surf and Tacos, or Surf and Turf Tacos. Again, right here on the right-hand side is Donut King. It's the 5th most expensive place to buy anything to eat in the world. Okay, and we're going to stop here for just a second to let it slow down a little. Okay, right across here is the Kuhio Avenue Food Hall. Right inside there, they have 2 bars. They have tequila and tacos right there, which is really good. Bonsai Burger. If you've been on any stream, you know that is my absolute favorite. Undeniably one of the best burgers I've ever had, and probably the best in Waikiki, in my opinion. I've had some heated arguments about that, but I would put it up against anybody's. Right up there is an Asian marketplace. For the entertainment alone, it's worth it. But in the very back here, you see they have a really nice restaurant. They serve some really, really good Japanese food. It's Japanese specific, so don't go there expecting any other type of Asian food. That's right down the street here. Kono's is really, really good. But again, they have a see the plate lunches. Their Kahlua pulled pork breakfast burrito, really, really good. Here's a hack here. So you see this Marugame udon. It's extremely popular. Why there's not a line down the street, I don't know, because there normally is. But you can look inside the window here. They're making their noodles. This is probably dollar for dollar one of the best values in Waikiki for really, really good quality food. But here's the hack. Download this app right here. Go here, get online, get their app, do their online order, pick it up here in like 7 minutes, as opposed to this long line. And then again, just take it and go to the beach, or go down the street. That's the Lalo Hotel right there It's a nice hotel. It's a little bit pricey again for what you're getting compared to, I mean, it's almost middle of the road from what you would expect on Kuhio Avenue and Kalakaua, to be honest with you. Here's the guy making the noodles here. Let me show you. Right up here, the hideout on the second floor. Sorry for the noise, guys. On the second floor of the Layla Hotel. That's really, really good place. And for some reason, I mean, just about every place here in Waikiki has amazing talent for their live music. Really, really enjoyable. For some reason, they tend to get some extremely good talent. Again, we're on Kuhio. This is Paia Fish Market. It's a Portuguese imagined fish market, but they have some of the best blackened salmon and blackened ahi sandwiches you'll ever have anywhere. It's really good. And it's not that bad. It's about $14 to $18, but it's really good. Very, very good. They serve beer, drinks, and all that kind of stuff. Over here is Duke's Lane. It's a higher end ABC store. They're actually owned by ABC stores. We're going to walk across the street there because I want to show you something over there. This is kind of a dummied down or simplified version, I should call it, of the Waikiki market that we looked at, simply because they have a lot of the same category of things as a Waikiki market, but just simplified and just, in my opinion, just not quite as good a quality. You know, they don't have full grocery store. They don't have produce and baked goods and things like that. They actually do. Let me take that back. They do have baked goods, but they don't have all the grocery store items that Waikiki Market has. Waikiki Market is like a 10. They're like a 6, to be honest with you. But we've eaten there too. We go there. They have 2 bars in there as well. Live music at one of them. They have a coffee bar in there as well. And there's the Starbucks. We're going to walk by that. There's the Starbucks Reserve. It's open at 4 a.m. So if you get here early, there are 2 Starbucks that are open at 4 a.m. This one and the one on Kalakaua and Kapahulu. Otherwise, you're waiting till 7 o'clock for coffee. And if you're coming from the mainland and you're jet lagged, you probably don't want to wait till 7 o'clock. Goodness, that's the longest signal. As you guys mostly know, I tend to jaywalk, which I do not recommend doing, but I do it. You guys want to look at ABC? Do you want to go inside Duke's Lane here? While you're deciding that, I'll show you something. This is one of the main things I want to show you. This is the Ohia Hotel. This is one of the let me say this the right way. It's a very, very popular economy class hotel. Most of their medium-sized hotels or rooms have kitchens in them, kitchenettes in them. But this is one of the most affordable hotels that's worthy of staying at, in my opinion. I mean, there's a couple of hostels down the road here. They're actually nice too, but they're hostels. But for hotels, this is about $129 to $189, and you get a balcony. The $189 and higher, the rooms there in the with the balconies, lanais they call them right there, and they have kitchens inside of them. So it's actually it's worth a consideration, especially if you're going to be here for very long, more than a few days. Right straight through here, you wouldn't want to take this walkway, but right straight through here is Duke's Lane, where they have, it's kind of the offshoot of where they put some of the remnants of the international marketplace. When the international marketplace went out in 2013, when they did the redesign in 2013, everybody loved the old international marketplace. It started in 1956, but in 2013 they tore it down and they put in what you see right now. But a lot of people love the souvenirs, the local kind of shopping experience for the souvenirs, trinkets, craft items, things like that. But you can actually go down here and see Duke's Lane, and you see a number of the same type of vendors there. But it's best to get it off of Kalakaua. You know, go to Duke's Lane off of Kalakaua because it's just like right there. All right, so vendors, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We'll just go through here real quick. This is their coffee shop. This is the one thing that they do have. Actually, Waikiki Market has this too, but they have some really fresh food here at the ABC stores. Here's the prices. And so you see they have, you know, a lot of grocery items, but just not the same as the Waikiki Market. Since we're making a really good time, we're going to be ending up wrapping this up sooner than I thought. So we'll take another minute, go through here. If any of you have been on the streams when we went through the Waikiki, I'm sorry, the ABC Superstore that we called it, it's on Lures. That's our favorite because they have a full deli, fountain drinks. They have a lot of merchandise, clothing items at that particular ABC store. And that's the ABC store on Lures right by Waikiki Beach Walk. I'll show you the type of food that they have here. I mean, it's still good. It's very good. We've eaten here a number of times. We've gotten food here for the office a number of times. Excuse me. And they have two bars back there that we just spun right back around. Here, I'll check it out. Right back there. Okay, this is the Ohia. Check it out. I mean, we don't have any dog in the fight, so to speak. But when people are looking for really inexpensive places, there used to be the Pearl. The Pearl is on Nahua, and that's it right there. You can see straight right there. That's the Pearl. But they just closed that down, and the same company that owns Pearl Hotel owns the Ambassador Hotel. They just finished up their renovation at the Ambassador, which we're going to be walking by in a few minutes. And Pearl, they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing. They're going to do a remodel. Okay, this is tragic, in my opinion. This right here used to be a very, I mean, they had a couple of not so good stores. Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, some stores that were good, some stores that were bad. But right in here, this was shut down in 2017 because I believe there was I think it was 2017. Yes, 2017. There was actually a shooting, sadly. Someone died, 2 other people were hurt, and it was just a bad situation. ABC stores bought them in 2018. They bought this whole lot right here. They bought that whole lot. And they were going to start working on it, as I understand, from one of my ABC store insiders. They were going to start working on it in 2018, and then there was a financial issue. Then they were going to work on it the year after that, and then COVID hit, and ABC stores were almost demolished. Were almost finished because of the pandemic, sadly, and so put it on hold. But from what I understand, they are now wrapping up plans to take this down and build something better. Okay. All right, let's walk down. Let's go down here. We'll go down and see the one of the hostels and a couple of nice Japanese restaurants or that you guys may want to put on your list. One I've been to one time and it was good. The other I've been to several times. It was fantastic each time I went, and I want to point them out to you. It'll take just a second. They're like right there. This is the Aloha Steakhouse here. I don't think they're open up yet. I think they open at 4 or 5 o'clock. But they're right here on Kuhio and Seaside. Right back behind us while we're waiting for the light. This is the this Starbucks here is part of this other Starbucks Reserve. But right there is the Hyatt Centric. That's the smaller version of the Hyatt. But it's a full service hotel for sure. I need to come in here one day. I've never been in there. I've walked by there 100 times. Never have gone in. Yeah, they're not open. Wow. This is the hostel I was telling you about. I'm not sure how many of you are in the hostel staying business, but this apparently, and I've not stayed there, but it's supposed to be one of the best. Actually, I think it's rated the best in Waikiki. Since we're here, let's walk up to here. I want to show you another area just so you can kind of have it in your mind. One of the places that we always recommend for rental cars is 808 Smart Car. And I'll be honest with you, they don't treat us any better than they treat anybody. You know, we don't have a special deal with them. We don't have a discount, although we're trying to work on that for our website for you guys. But they don't give us, as much as we talk about them, you'd think they give us free rentals, but they do not. We've not asked, and they've not offered. But 808 Smart Cars, in my opinion, is the best deal for car rental in all of Honolulu, simply because of their locations. They have two. One is right here. And their location is nothing to look at. I'm just showing you this just because it's difficult to get to in some cases. It's right there, right off of Seaside, okay? But let's talk about their rates for just a second. I just wanted you to see that. Their rates are really good. They're actually cheaper than just about anybody. And they're not just the little tiny smart cars, like the little tiny cars that you can almost pick up yourself and move. They have full size, they have compact, they have regular sized cars, and they have really good pickup times and drop off times. And sometimes if they have parking available, they'll let you park the car there overnight and pick it up the next morning, which is going to save you like 60 bucks a day compared to what you may pay for parking at a hotel. It's just, and again, their rates are really affordable. Right. What's the what's that about it doesn't match his footsteps? Are you talking about me? Maybe camera handle? Oh, there's a clicking. Let me check something here. How's that? Tell me if it's still clicking. Are you hearing it now? I think I had my thumb on the side of the gimbal and I was pushing it against the camera. That may have been it. You can still hear it. Huh. I know what it is. I'm turning it off right now. Okay, that'll do it. My apologies about that. How long was it clicking? No, I'm not chewing gum. There's a McDonald's. Someone was asking about that. Okay, we'll do a turnaround here. You guys threw me off on the clicking. I'm like, what is possibly being clicking? Since the stairs, seriously? Why didn't you guys are probably screaming and I wasn't looking at the chat. My apologies. I know exactly what it was. My apologies about that. If you want, we could go back and we'll start over. There's a Royal Kuhio. That's a hotel, but it's also has Airbnb vacation rentals inside of it. There's a 24-hour McDonald's, nail spa, very good gelato place right there. Very, very good. Highly recommend it. Yeah, it's gone now. I know exactly what it was. You guys would never let me down if I told you what it was. Nor should you. It wasn't an escalator, man. It was an elevator. What it was is I had a second mic that connected via Bluetooth that was in my pocket. It just randomly connected like a dummy. I can't believe I did that. My apologies, guy. Good gelato place. What a rookie move. A couple of nice side street eateries right here. We're going to zigzag because we're almost done. We're going to zigzag a couple of these blocks just so you can see some of these newer places. See, this is sadly shut down. It used to be a pretty popular Italian restaurant. They had a Ferrari, one of the Magnum PI 308 Ferraris in the front there. This is the DFS, the duty-free store right through here. You can walk through there. They have their coffee shop is right in there if you don't want to walk through the main store. But all the way from here, all the way down to the end is the DFS store. It's loaded up with makeup and duty-free things. Okay, so who was it that was asking about Thai food? Show yourself. Sandy, this is Royal Hawaiian. The street is Royal Hawaiian. It runs right into, as you can imagine, the Royal Hawaiian Center, which is right down there. We're going to serpentine, go back and forth. Here's the Thai place, one of the Thai places that I'd recommend. It's a Thai Vietnamese place. Super, super, super good. If you're feeling a little bit raucous and you want a good beer, Thai place, what have you, or a Thai place, Mai Tai, right in here. They have live entertainment. They have live entertainment, and it's a good time. They get it going inside here for sure. These this place right here, and there's a little place on the other side, all recommended. They're very good. I mean, I'm not going to tell you they're the very best in town, but they are very good for what they offer and for what the price is. We'll go right down here, and I want to show you just give you kind of an idea. This down here is one of the side entrances to the Sticks Asian food hall. They have lobster rolls. It's Maguro Brothers I was telling about 30 minutes ago. This is an amazing place for sashimi and poke, really fresh poke. But also down inside there, in that food hall, from where we just were all the way down to the corner right here, is store after store. I'm sorry, lot after lot after lot of food stalls for Korean, Filipino, Japanese, sushi. They have udon noodles. It's just amazing. And for some reason, it's not full every day. And how it's not full every single day, it just boggles my mind. It really does. I just can't believe it. Every time I've gone in there, it's been, you know, maybe at 5% capacity. You see that red sign says Sticks? That escalator and the stairs, you can go right down inside there, and there's about 20 restaurants, I believe. So there you go. We're going to go back over this other side here. Sure. As long as there's, well, actually, you know what? We may not save this video because of that clicking noise. I cannot believe I did not hear that clicking noise. I have one of my headphones turned down. I'll bet you that's the channel it was going into. My apologies about that, guys. God dang it. I'm going to be fired now for sure. I can kiss that bonus goodbye. Yeah, I'll be honest. This type of a walk are the type of walks that I really like, because you get to see. I mean, if you come here and you walk around, if you're here for 5-6 days, which is about the typical stay, you're going to go see all the main places. You're going to see all down Kalakaua, go to Royal Hawaiian, go to Hilton Hawaiian Village and Sheraton Waikiki, and see all the, you know, great food places there. But you're going to probably just hear about or walk past these places and not really know if they're any good or not. That's why I like taking you down here to show you some places that are, some places you may not see otherwise that are actually worthy of your time. And I know it may seem, if you've been on the streams very, very often, you know that I'm very open about my view on every place that we rate. If it's good, I'll tell you. If it's not good, I'll tell you that as well. I usually don't shy away from that, simply because there's no economy in telling you. You know, there's no long-term payoff or short-term payoff in telling you otherwise. So I'd rather you know an opinion of mine, whether it's the right one or not. It's what I feel from, you know, firsthand experience. You may have a different experience, but here's the world's best security guard right here. He's available for hire. You have to wake him up, though, to find out what his availability is. But I'm sure it's wide open. Here is another should hit place right here. It's a straight Hawaiian food place. Right on cue, I'll show you a place that you should never go to. This one right here. And it's open. It usually opens up right through there. Super, super overpriced and not worthy of your time or food. I mean, or your dollars. It's just horrible. I mean, we've given them, like I've told you, just I've said this before, but just so you know, we'll give any place 3 chances before we'll give an opinion. If we haven't eaten there 3 times or visited the hotel 3 times or stayed there 3 times, we just won't say anything, or we'll say and disclaim that. But I've given it more than 3 shots and it's horrible. That place is worthy of going into. Okay, this is the courtyard right here and the Waikiki Malia. There's the courtyard right there. And this is a more of a moderate economy class. I would call anything that's what I would rather say is I'd rather call all the places that are on Kahala or on Kalakaua as luxury, higher end, and everything that's on this side of Kuhio more of an economy class. So courtyard, the Hilton Waikiki, Hilton Garden Inn down there, those are all in the same class. You're going to be paying about the same. This is the Courtyard by Marriott is going to be a little bit less than what the Hilton Garden Inn and the Hilton Waikiki is. Waikiki Malia, they have a kind of a nice setup with the rooms. There's a bar inside there. The rooms are really spacious. I believe they just went through a renovation not long ago. I mean, like 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was. Courtyard by Marriott, this one is a little bit tired, but again, for what you're paying, you know. What's what called? Judy, you're asking what was what called. I'll wait just a minute in case it's right down around here, because I know there's about a 15-second lag. So while we're waiting, I'm just going to ask you guys something, and let's just kind of set some boundaries here. So let's imagine that you could stay at the Courtyard or the Hilton Waikiki. This is $170 a night, and the Hilton Waikiki down there is $229 a night. Which one would you rather stay at? The Courtyard or the Hilton? Oh, the restaurant I didn't like. It's just that little pizza restaurant right there. It just opens up. It's just a little slot that opens up. It's a little window. It's extremely expensive. They sell wings and pizza. You would never know it was even there. If I didn't point it out to you, you'd never know it was there. So you're not gonna run across it. You'd rather stay at the Hilton, rather stay at the Courtyard. So this is $180, and Courtyard or the Hilton is $225. $180 here and $225. No. Yeah, this is the Hyatt Centric is down there. It's the very end. See at the Courtyard. Yeah, see, the reason I'm asking you this is that you're not even looking at the room type. You're not looking at, do they have kitchens? Do they not? Do they have lanais? Do they not? You're going off of dollar figure alone, which is relevant to my question. You're basing this all off on what your perception of this brand is and the location, because they're all on Kuhio. Yeah. Okay. So Courtyard. So it's more of a dollar buy or instead of a brand buy. And you're right. That's a very good point about Moana. Moana's $325. Although that now again, that's going to be a city view, or they call it city view. It's more of a mountain view. But you're staying at Moana. You know, you're staying at the Moana Surfrider. So that's a that's something. But you'll be paying almost $200 more a night to stay there. Is it worth it? Is that something that you want to do? Let's go down this street. There's a couple of places that I want to show.
It's like, but it's not. It's like, it sounds like.
Yeah, the steps to the beach from Moana are 5. This, excuse me, the steps from here are about, it's a block and a half. This place is very good. Oyster Hale, very good. I think they're open up from late afternoon on, but it's very good. This is the Aqua Oasis. This is an economy class style hotel. This is about like the Embassy, but it's a little bit less expensive right here. Yeah, Park Shore. I mean, you know what? Let's do on one of these streams. Let's do a sit and stream. So what we'll do is we'll go to Moana Surf Rider, sit on their back bar area, and we'll just lock it off, and you guys can stare at the beach. And we'll run down some hotel rates, and we'll just look at them online, and we'll give you some ratings online based on their rates and availability. Is that something you guys would like? We could just sit there and enjoy a cone of beer and check out some hotels online and go over them with you guys. This is a place I was wanting to show you guys. This Japanese barbecue restaurant. Fantastic. Fantastic. It's on Lures between Kalakaua and Kuhio. Very good. So I'm going to show you a couple places as we're going down this way towards Kalakaua, and I'll show you another couple going when we go back. This is Kelly O'Neill's bar. It's a very locals-esque or a long-term visitor favorite.
Yeah.
All right, so we're coming up on Kalakaua, and this is Lures. So Lures runs this way, and that is the Waikiki Beach Walk. If you've been on any of our live streams in the last couple of months, you've seen us go down this Waikiki Beach Walk. Yard House is down there. Ruth's Chris is on this side. Over here is P.F. Chang's, Starbucks, Roy's, and then Halakalani Hotel is right at the very, very end here. Okay, and this is one of Hilton's vacation ownership locations. Right down here on the right-hand side is the Wyndham vacation ownership. There's the Embassy Suites down there at the very. You see this tall building right here? That's Embassy Suites vacation ownership. Imperial Hotel is right next door to that by the Denny's. And the reason we're not going down there is simply because we've done it a bunch of times. But this gives you kind of a bearing on where we are. If you go down that street, if you could walk right straight through that building, that's where Hilton Hawaiian Village is. Something that's of note when you come here, because it may be of need for you, is Long's Drug. That's at the Waikiki or the Aloha Bank, I believe. Oh, Waikiki Bank building, I think it's called. Anyway, there's a beer garden where those awnings are. Right inside there's the Longs. It used to be the old CVS, but this Longs is open 24/7, and it's 2 stories. So they have over-the-counter drugs. They have prescriptions filled. So if anything, you get sick, you need a medication, prescription filled, that's the place to get it. Again, they also have soft drinks, a few hard items, dry goods, things of that nature. But right there, and it's a little bit pricey. Again, everything's a little more pricey in Waikiki, but you don't have to drive, you don't have to park, don't have to valet. Just walk right there. It's at Long's Drug, and it's right there, kind of on the corner of Lures and Kalakaua. Okay, so we're going back this way, and I'm going to point out the other places. Uncle Bo's Poo Poo House. They have live music, sports, some good food platters. Again, Kelly O'Neill's bar, Japanese barbecue restaurant. This is worth, some of you are on a number of the streams, but some of you haven't stayed or been on here before. So let me just kind of recap what we say about whether something is we give ratings like 1 to 5. So the ratings of a 1 to 5 is basically this: if you're going to be in Waikiki or Oahu for 5 to 6 days, would we go to that establishment? Would we go to that restaurant? Would we go to that store? That's what I base it on. If you're here for 10 days, 12 days, longer, a month, then you can kind of bump around and risk a trip to a restaurant or a store or a bar or something like that. But if you're going to be here for 5 to 6 days, you really need to make the most of your time. So when I tell you something is a 5, for me, that means if you're going to be here for 5 days, you absolutely should make every effort to go to that place. But if it's more than 5 days or so, then that number goes down. You could kind of push it off for another time. All right. This ramen place is not in the top 5. It's not a 5 for me, but it's right on the cusp. It's really, really good. Right on the cusp. Again, the Aqua Oasis. Yes, it did. Used to be the Moose. Years ago, that was a happening corner. I mean, at night, it's, I'm not sure what they did to Waikiki or what. Actually, I know a number of the places they shut down, but it used to be much, much more rowdy at night than what it is right now. I mean, it's still, you still don't, want to go out looking for trouble after like 2 o'clock, but before it used to be really, really rowdy, very busy. There's the Waikiki trolley, the pink line. Okay, right up here on the right is the Country Market. This is an ABC store. It's owned by ABC. It's more of an upmarket type shop. They have a somewhat, I don't want to say full service, but they have a deli in the back. It's not like the ABC store that's down there at the end of Lures. If you go to the end of Lures at that ABC store, that's actually that's a super ABC store. They've got almost as much and the same food quality as the Duke's ABC store at Duke's Lane that we saw just a little bit ago. This is at Island Country right there. They have a lot of clothing items, a lot of merchandise, quite a bit more than what's in a regular ABC store, or higher end than what's in an ABC store. Plus they have fountain drinks and the deli inside there. See? And right here, this is the Ritz-Carlton Residences. This is their residence and hotel right here on the left. This right here on the right-hand side is Waikiki Cove. They have a couple of longer-term vacation rentals in here. Not many. It's not a very big place, but the rooms inside are big. I actually have been in there before. The Ritz residences are very, very nice. I was fortunate enough to stay there for a period of time. And there's no need to go over the amenities. I mean, it's everything you think it would be and a lot more. Very nice. It's like a Royal Hawaiian, Moana, Surfrider, Sheraton Waikiki on steroids. That's basically what it is. Here's the Dean and DeLuca that you see at many of the other Ritz-Carltons. This is more of a Hawaiiana type style version of it, but it's still good. They have the same type of pastry, same coffee. Yeah, this is why I wanted to take you down these streets, because we rarely come down these streets, but there's so much to see. There's so much that you miss out on This building here is being built as a hotel. It's going to be open again, very, very ambitious. There's no way they're going to be open up when they say they're going to be. I think they said spring of 2024. I have the same $1,000 as I have on the King's Landing location. I'm sorry, the Target being opened up in December. Now we're coming up on the end of Kuhio, where we're going to see the ambassador, and then we'll stop and take a look at the store right here, and then the LaCroix right here. Here's the Hotel LaCroix. Now, this to me, based on the scoring matrix that we just talked about, this is a 5. Simply because, I mean, it's not a 5-star hotel, but it's a 5 choice. Great little pool if you want to stay at a pool. Really, really good location, kind of at the end of Kalakaua and Kuhio. Much quieter than the Ohia, the Lalo, and those other hotels going to be at night. I'll be honest with you, at night, it's heller loud down there. Down here, it's a little bit quieter. They actually have a receiving area up there. They have a gym. I think they still have the gym inside there. Right through here is the Fort DeRussy Park, or the end of it. And just to give you some bearings, actually, let's walk down here real quick and I'll show you. Man, I cannot believe I had that other microphone come on. Boy, how rookie was that? And just for that alone, I'm not going to save this stream. We'll have to do this stream again, but I'm not going to air this thing. God, I can't believe that. I've been in the Wayfair. We've not reviewed it. We haven't gone in it. Well, we're going to actually, well, I'll talk about that just 1 second. Let me just show you this right here. So now we're on Kalakaua. If you've been at the airport coming into Waikiki, this is the street you came in on. And I don't know why that is, but I've gone down this road coming from the airport 300 or 400 times, it seems, but it still just gives me a thrill. I don't know why, but it does. Okay. So this is Kalakaua. That's Saratoga. If you go right down Saratoga, there's the eggs and things. There's the Trump Waikiki you see right back behind there. Fort DeRussy, right straight through there is obviously the beach. That's the Halikoa Hotel, the military hotel. And the Hilton Hawaiian Village is straight through there. We can't see it, straight through there. So this is the LaCroix. That's their pool up there at the top on that second floor right there. It's really nice. It overlooks the park, you know, and you can look online yourself and see how much it costs. It's actually pretty affordable. Well, we just walked past it. What we're going to do is we're going to actually start doing some hotel reviews. I've actually been watching some of the hotel reviews on YouTube. I know this is going to sound funny coming from somebody who had a mic turned on in his pocket, so the change was clanking around. But I'm just not impressed with how they do it. They walk through the store or the hotels kind of like what we were walking through, just doing these dopey live streams. I mean, we're just doing this to kind of share the information and walk the same way you guys would walk if you were actually here. We're not doing it with the intention of doing an actual tour of some sorts. Here's the other entrance to LaCroix here. You know, we're not doing it to actually show you a tour of the actual hotel, but we're going to. But we're going to go inside the rooms. We're going to do more of a proper, instead of just going into the lobby and saying, I mean, I don't want to disparage anybody who's doing the tours, but they literally walk through and say, there's this on this side and this on that side and this on this side. They don't even show you what they're talking about, and they don't point it out. When we go in there, we're going to actually do a legitimate tour. We'll do live streams, which are going to be very more guerrilla style, kind of like what we're doing now. but we're going to do proper tours. Okay, good. Yeah, I was just reading your longer comment. That's why I was. Okay. Yeah, LaCroix. Like I was saying, man, LaCroix. I would pick if I were going to pick a not low quality, low price, mid price property. It would probably be LaCroix, or it would be the Romer right here. Only because I know they have kitchens there. It's at the end of Kuhio, and it's brand new, so I know everything is going to be top notch. That's why I would probably pick it. And LaCroix's right there. Romer is right there. This is the Holiday Inn Express. This is probably at the lower end of the economy class. This is going to be a little more expensive than Ohia, but Ohia, if you remember, is right in the heart of Waikiki on Kuhio, right across the street from the Lalo, right across the street from Paia Fish Restaurant. But again, it's going to be loud at night. Yeah, it's going to be loud at night. There's the Romer right there. When we do our actual tours, they're not going to be live streams. They're going to be produced videos where we actually go in, check each of the rooms or different room types. We'll do a proper video stream around each of the rooms, and then we're going to do the thing we've talked to you guys about doing, called the 3 room keys, where we get 3 room types and go through and do a tour of each of those room types. But that'll be a lot more in depth. We'll look at, you know, the views, what's in the room, what and one of the things we're going to do is we're going to give it a rating based on the size of the room compared to the dollar figure. So it's going to be $1 per square feet per quality. So we're going to have a little rating system. So you guys are going to be able to take a look at the rooms and the hotels and give kind of make a decision based on how big the room is and how much you're paying for it and what the amenities are. I think you guys will like that type of rating system. Because to me, if you're going to have a super tiny room, pay a lot of money for it, but it not be as good a value, I would rather have a bigger room with a bigger lanai and a little bit of a view, and pay a little bit less for it. If you want something that's going to be a really good view, really big, and a great lanai, you're not worried about price, and you're going to pay the $300 to $500 a night at Moana Surfrider. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you want to pay for. But I want to be able to give you guys some options. Yeah. They're actually going to be putting surf shops, restaurants, all types of retail space along here, coffee shop. And so this is where we are right now. We're at the fork in the road for Kalakaua and Kuhio. Right straight through there is Ala Moana Shopping Mall, Discovery Cove. You guys, if you looked online for any type of vacation ownership on that side of the city, that's Discovery Cove right over there. And that's the Hilton Hawaiian Village straight through this building here. I'll walk over this way and show you here. This is the only proper gas station in Waikiki. The other one is on the end of Kalakaua. There you go, looking into Waikiki. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a topic we talk about a lot. And to be honest with you, if you're budget minded and you would rather get a get a helicopter tour or another really nice meal at a really nice restaurant, but you're willing to stay at a not as nice property, any of these hotels that we looked at on Kuhio, except for the Ohia, they're all going to be about the same value, same Same ROI, if you would, return on your investment. Yeah, there's the, yeah, it's a pretty easy decision to make, to be honest with you. Um, if you have not necessarily unlimited funds, but if you have a lot of funds, then stay at Moana Surfrider, Royal Hawaiian, Waikiki, and go see everything, all the shows and what have you. But if not, stay at a place that's not as expensive. Then you can get a helicopter tour in, a better luau maybe. That to me is a better investment. All right, so that about wraps it up, guys. We're going to just start walking back the way we came. We could go back to back down Kuhio again, or actually this time go down Kalakaua if you want to, or if you want to wrap it up, I'm good with that too. What would you guys like to do? That's Kalakaua straight through there. Actually, I need to go down here anyway. Yeah, and there's the other thing about LaCroix, they have a gym. They also have this ABC store that's right at the bottom of it. And I think that's not a 24/7, but I think that's what they call a late ABC store. So I think it's open up like a little bit later than the others. That's the Trump Waikiki right there. That's actually a really good hotel. And over in that area right next to it is the Ha'akalani. It's also the Waikiki Beach Walk. So what'd you guys think of it? Did you guys like the Kuhio walk? So we actually stayed almost completely off of Kalakaua, didn't go to any of the high-end hotels. I think it's a good mix-up of going to the more economy class and some of the food courts, at least for you to consider for your next visit. Hopefully some of you saw some restaurants on the side streets there and bars that you may want to visit or consider visiting next time. Top of my list, just on the places on Kuhio, top of my list would be Marigami Udon for sure. Haia fish house or fish store for their fish sandwiches. The Sticks Asian food court that I was telling you about that's downstairs or down the escalator if you're lazy, bottom. And the Japanese barbecue place, which I can never remember the name of. I apologize, but I just can't. This is Saratoga that we went down, or that we were talking about going down. There's a hostel right down there as well. Can't remember the name of it. We'll go look at it sometime. That's the Eggs and Things. There's another Eggs and Things down the street here in Kalakaua, which is the original or the most popular of the two locations here in Waikiki. This one is a lot less crowded. All right. Okay, Jerry, for a $25 gift card, you guys guess how much change I have in my pocket right now. Even Andrew is eligible. If that cheating sucker is on the stream, he could even guess. Let me look and see how much. Ooh. Change. You guys get one? One guess. You think I carry around $3 and change? $5 and change in my pocket? Excuse me. Well, you guys are blowing yourselves up with guesses. Are you guys guessing how many dollars I have or how many? Are you guys guessing how many dollars I have or how much change I have? It's got to be change, right? Like proper change. All right, while you... Bank of Hawaii, that's the name of it. Gosh, I couldn't think of that. Bank of Hawaii building. Like a dummy, I knew that. Bank of Hawaii is where the Long's drug food or drugstore is. Okay, just so you guys are, while you guys are blowing yourselves up, oh, you guys aren't even close. Here are a number of actually nice stores here. They just don't get the same exposure just because they're way, they seem to be way down here at the end of Kalakaua when they are, but there's a nice tattoo shop right back here behind me. Here, I'll show you. If you want to come here. This is actually a pretty popular for people who just come here and want to get something to, you know what? I just saw something that I haven't seen in years and years and years. I'm going to blow myself up. Marianne, you're close. Someone asked me the other day, they wanted to see the Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King, which I knew was a joke. And I said, they don't even have a Burger King here in Waikiki. Guess what? Now I remember there's been a Burger King here forever. And I just now saw that. I just looked over my shoulder and there it was. See that ramen place, Nakamura? Excellent, excellent place. Right down the street right there is there's the Hard Rock and the Tommy Bahama. Tommy Bahama is not just like a regular store. They have the regular Tommy Bahama store, but look up there. They have a bar, a restaurant up at the very top of it. And Hard Rock obviously has a bar on the top of it. All right, so you guys get to determine if you go over the amount. If you go over the amount, you're eliminated, right? So if you guess over what I have, it has to be under what I have and the closest to the amount. So if you guessed over the amount, you're disqualified. Is that how you guys want to do it, or you want to do it closest even if you go over? Gerard, send me your email address, amigo. There you go. I don't know what you guys think. I'm carrying around $5 and change. I'm a poor man. I get paid 35 cents to do these live streams, and they charge me $1.35 to rent the equipment. How's that sound? Judy won. How did Judy win? Gerard guessed 1 penny. Did Judy guess 1 penny before Gerard? That's why I don't like doing some of these, because I just see like the last five comments, and we have to go scrolling through all your comments to find out who was right, who was wrong. I love giving the money away, but It's a hassle sometimes.
I think I can do that. I can like download it and take out.
Excuse me. Yeah, Judy guessed 0, but Gerard guessed 1. And that's the amount right there. That's the Aloha Beer Garden. That's Long's, and that's the Bank of Hawaii. I can say it now that I see the names right in front of me. I cannot believe I cannot. I've been in that building 50 times. All right, so Gerard, you're the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Send me that email address and I'll give you a $25 gift card, either Amazon or Duke's, whichever you prefer. I feel sorry for these stores down here. I mean, I know it's their choice to come down here, but it's just a bad decision. I mean, even Prada, look at Prada, it's dead. Just because it's down here past the point of no return, which is basically lures. If you're past lures, you're in dead man's land, retail-wise. Faux show. Right down there is the, you know what we're gonna do? You guys can obviously, I was gonna give you guys permission to leave. It was gonna sound like that. I wasn't going to, but it's gonna sound like that. But if you wanna leave, go ahead and leave. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go down here to our favorite ABC store. And then from there, we're gonna walk out and we're going to will ourselves into seeing sea turtles today. We will see sea turtles today. Say it with me, guys. We will see sea turtles today. We rarely walk down this side of the street when we're coming down here, but this is the Waikiki Beach Walk. About 7 years ago or so, they built this out, a little bit longer, but they put P.F. Chang's, Starbucks. That Starbucks doesn't open until 7. Right up there is the second floor of all the shops that are here in Waikiki Beach Walk. But they have art stores, art galleries, some really good restaurants right over here. If you haven't been here, that's a really good Italian restaurant. Taormina. I don't know the name of it, but I've been in there a few times. It's really good. But pastrami restaurant right up here, really good. That's a that's probably a top 6 or 7. So if you're here for 5 days, it's not worth your time. There's the Wyndham Vacation Ownership Place right in there. Those people right there are getting suckered into getting a vacation ownership pitch in exchange for a helicopter tour or some other crazy thing like that. Here's the, oh, here's something cool. Actually, I want to do this with one of our streams to show you kind of a, that's where we started, right there. Honolulu Zoo went right there. There's the Waikiki Grand Park Shore, Queen Kapiolani. Went down here, turned this way, went right down Kuhio, all the way down. I want to be able to put an inlay of a map that will follow us as we go along. See these guys right here? These guys do some amazing live music. Excuse me. Do amazing live music here. This is kind of the counter to what they do on at the Royal Hawaiian Center. but the quality of music here is just as good, sometimes better. And the guy who is who's one of the lead singers here is also a preacher, and they do baptismal ceremonies right down the street here at the beach. Yeah, timeshare. What did I say? Did I not say timeshare? There's a yard house. And Ruth's Chris is right up there. Oh, I didn't tell you. Giovanni Pastrami is the place right there. Really good, but none of these places along here, to be honest with you, are top 5. Even Roy's, I wouldn't put a top 5. This ABC store, I would put a top 5 simply because you're going to be in there for 10 minutes, 20 minutes or so if you're really, really impressed. Halakalani, that is definitely top 5. House Without a Key, you can go to their, if you can't get a reservation, go to their happy hour, sit at the bar, have a great drink. Big Wave Dave's. Get a drink at their bar at House Without a Key and watch the amazing, incredible, fantastic live music and hula show. Yeah, here's the Imperial Hotel. Now, this is a good example of what I would call a Kuhio style hotel, but with Kalakaua Avenue prices. Just because of its location. It is a good location, but it's not oceanfront. Its proximity is it's close to the ocean, but it's not on the ocean. And their rates are, they're not steep, but they're not as cheap as the places we were looking at on Kuhio. But I think they do have kitchenettes, if I remember right. Excuse me. Here's the outrigger. Let's cut through here. This is actually a more interesting view than what I was going to show you. I was going to go down the walkway over there. How many people have stayed at this outrigger? This is a really popular hotel. I mean, there's a lot of people who just fall in love with this hotel. They actually redid it. This used to be completely different here. Now it's really open air. It's beautiful. I know I'm walking fast. Just want to get through that. This is their pool area. They have nice cabanas. There's a bar at the other end of the pool area. But down at this end of the pool area is a really nice bar. This is their newly opened, somewhat newly opened, monkey pod. And check out that view out there. We're going to go out there in just a minute. Very nice bar. Actually, we may come here and do the bar sit and speak, I guess we'll call it. Or we can sit there and just, you guys can look at the view and we can answer some questions for you. The water looks a little bit up still. Wow, it was up this morning too. It must have already gone up and went down and come back up again. Some of you guys may feel left out because we were cheated because we didn't show you the ocean today. So here's your ocean view for the day. How's that bright sun for you, huh? Yeah, I think we're going to get skunked on the sea turtles, my friends. That water looks like it's up too much. But we are nothing if not adventurous, so we're going to find out. for certain. Like one of my favorite phrases, you only know if you go. Right?
Yeah, why would you see
The guy just blew his nose right on my leg. I should have said something. Yeah, it's going to be too much for the turtles today. At least right now, it's too choppy. Yeah, it's too deep for them too. They usually like it to where they're only about 2 feet from the surface to their food. In this area, obviously, they do a lot of deep diving, but I'm telling you, these lazy fat turtles that come here, they just love to sit right on the surface and go down about 2 feet and eat. Doggone it. Right as I said that, two just popped up. Check them out. Straight ahead. Right there and right there and right there. They'll stick their big onions right out of the water here. Which goes against everything I just said about them wanting to stay in shallow water, because it's deeper here. Just means they'll stay down a little longer. Check it out. Oh, he's right under there. Like 20 seconds or so. They usually stay between 45 and a little over a minute. 45 seconds, a little over a minute. He gets close and he goes right back down. If some of you guys were on the stream about 3-4 weeks ago, we had them right here in front of us, like right in front of us. And when they came and they broke the water to suck air, you could actually hear them kind of gasp a little bit. They're right there under the water, under the surface. Man, what we do to sea turtles. Huh? You know, the best time that we've always seen has been like 6 in the morning, like 7. There he goes. 6, like 7, 8. There's another one. See, these are like the medium-sized ones right here. See those? There's a couple. There's actually the I think it's the older partner of one of these that comes up, and it's massive, easily twice that size. Did you guys see them? The best time is like right now between like 3 and 4. I'm sorry, 3 and 5 later in the afternoons, or early in the mornings. Try and see this one again. This one's right over here. See him? Are you guys able to see him in there or no? You don't see? There's one right there. He's getting ready to come up. Their booty will come up first, and then they fill up, and then they come topside and watch. He's like dead center of the screen. He's just chilling, hanging out right there. He's going to be right there. Goodness. These turtles are in shape. Here he comes. Now do you see him? He's kind of along the top of that wave. There he is again. You see him? Him or her? I'm not sure. There you go. There's your turtle quota for the day. Did you guys see him or no? It's too bright. Yeah, you saw him. And there's the obligatory look at Hilton Hawaiian Village. You got to have that on every stream. Steak Shack, that is for sure a top 5. Definitely come there for lunch, or if you're here on a Friday, come there about 6:30, 7:30, about 7:30. Get a plate lunch of their steak dinner. Come out here, sit on the rocks right here, and then watch the fireworks at Hilton Hawaiian Village. That's a top 5 tip right there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, that just about does it. We covered a lot of ground all the way from Kuhio in Kalakaua to Kuhio and Kuhio and Kapahulu and Kuhio and Kalakaua. From way down there to way over here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you picked up a couple of tips. If you guys have any questions or comments or any suggestions about any live streams going on in the future, let me know. I appreciate it. Talk to you guys later.